Hello, I'm Laura from Feel Fresh Skincare, and I'm here to share with you some local herbs that you can use in blending your own fresh skincare. And today's herb is borage. Here is a borage flower, so you can see why it's also known as star flower. Beautiful bright blue flowers in these star-shaped arrangement of petals. Those star-like flowers hang down in clusters, and you can see the typical borage colour is this glorious purpley blue, but you'll also get some which come in more pinky shades here. Pinkier shades. So I'm going to have to lift up a flower to be able to show you that starriness on stem, and you can see the anthers coming out from it, creating that little black dot in the centre of the flower. Now that's known as its beauty spot, which I think makes it a very apt plant to use in skincare purposes. Now the plant itself is covered with these rough hairs. On the leaves, you can hear that roughness of the leaf. Now those hairs are over all of the flower, the buds and the stem and the leaves, making it quite a rough plant to handle. So when you're gathering it, you might often want to use gloves to gather it. It's the sort of plant that will self-seed itself around the garden, so once you've got it installed, it will keep popping up. It doesn't like to be transplanted though, so it's best just to leave it to grow where it flowers. So here I've got a whole row along on the path here, in amongst the poppies, but yesterday I did some gardening and took most of it out of my vegetable patch. Just a little bit left in there because I didn't want my borage in the vegetable patch. Here's the borage I gathered yesterday, now hanging drying in the shed. Now borage has often been associated with courage and for lifting the spirits. Before the Crusaders went out, it's said that they handed around the stirrup cup with borage flowers floating in the cup. And those starry blue flowers can certainly now raise a smile when we float them in punch bowls or freeze them in ice cubes, another idea to bring them into summer drinks. And research now tells us that borage works on our adrenal glands, which is where courage begins. So there's possibly something in that association of borage with courage. Borage is generally considered a happy plant. I'm going to read to you here from John Gerard's description of borage in his General History of Plants, which he wrote in 1597. He says, "Those of our time do use the flowers in salads to exhilarate and make the mind glad. There be also many things made of them, used for the comfort of the heart, to drive away sorrow and increase the joy of the mind. The leaves and flowers of borage put into wine make men and women glad and merry, driving away all sadness, dullness and melancholy. As Discorides and Pliny affirm, syrup made of the flowers of borage comforteth the heart, purgeth melancholy, and quieteth the frenetic or lunatic person." So what of borage in skincare? Well, I think the plant itself gives a little clue. Just as the leaves are dry, it tells you that they're good for using on dry skin, and they can soothe damaged or irritated skin. In skincare, the plant seed oil that comes from pressing the seeds of borage is also highly prized as one of our best sources of gamma-linoleic acid. If you want to gather borage from your garden, do so in spring or early summer, just as the flowers are coming on it. You can use the leaves, stems and flowers and use them fresh or dried. Just gather them, hang them to dry, and then replenish your stocks each year. You can then use the plant material you've gathered in macerations or infusions and incorporate them into recipes for creams or other blends. If you want quite a special use of borage, have a look in the book Vital Skincare, where you'll find a recipe using borage for a spot treatment. There's also lots of recipes in there using borage seed oil, also known as starflower oil. It's in recipes for lotions, creams, serums and body oils and butters, and they'll make soothing, regenerating and revitalising products for your skin.